Greetings from Las Vegas. We're doing a his and hers cruise today with the Corvette and the Tiger. And right now we are starting at the Railroad Pass Casino Hotel between Vegas and Boulder City. This is technically Henderson where we are. And just had lunch at the new Bullet Train restaurant behind us here. And this has been a great place to start trips for a long time now. They did a lot of renovations here recently at the Railroad Pass. This is actually one of the first, I think it was the fourth casino to exist, to actually have a gaming license back in the 30s here in Nevada. So a lot of history here. This place is a massive truck stop now. There are 2 hotel towers and tons of parking for trucks, and then there's even another giant gas station across the street or across the highway from here. So anyway, we are going to head out of here. We just had some lunch here, and we are going to head to Cottonwood Cove down in the Searchlight area. About a 70-minute, well, I think it's about a 70-mile drive from here, and check out Cottonwood Cove. All right, let's hit it. We're heading out of the Railroad Pass, heading down to Searchlight, and then on to Cottonwood Cove, which is a national park area, so we have our passes. We'll have to stop at the ranger station to get in. Massive truck stop here. It's really nice that this exists. Huge gas station, 76 and TA. Travel America, TNA, whatever. Sorry, buddy. No room. After the overpass. Now, we made a mistake one time and we went this way. Oops, that takes you back into Vegas. No, you have to go over the highway and then we're good. All right, here we are. Yeehaw! Then we jump right off again. And head south on 95 for a while. Nice view of a lot of these the solar farms that keep expanding. All that shiny stuff in front of us, that's all solar energy collectors, whatever they call those things. It's a great use of space when you consider this is all just desolate wasteland. Oh, there's a bunch of Jeeps coming back, probably out having fun. And then off to the right is the primary part of the solar plant where it just goes on and on and on. They just keep expanding it more and more. Very nice. There's a shooting range off in the, I don't know, I don't remember, off to the right of me somewhere. Boulder City Gun Club, I think it's called. Nice place. previously been, there was a motocross track off to the right also. I don't think that's been open for a while though. BCMX, Boulder City Motocross. Had some fun out there though. Had one incident where it was my daughter's graduation day, graduating from high school. My buddy was out racing or practicing. Somebody came across his lane and landed on top of him going over a tabletop, snapped his collarbone. Of course, in his mind, he's broken his collarbone a bunch of times before, so he'll just go home, put on his sling, and wait for it to heal. But the ambulance in the parking lot blocked his truck and wouldn't let him leave. Boy, he wasn't happy about that. So he called me up and said, "I'm really sorry to bother you on this important day, but is there any way you could come pick me up?" So one of my daughter's friends drove me. We came down, I drove his truck, got him back home, and he still showed up with his family later that day to the graduation festivities. So there goes that beautiful blue Corvette. Yeehaw! Gotta love it. I think as she was going by me, she was saying, bye. Do a little. Very nice. Boy, she sure does love that thing. Happy wife, happy life. Pretty badass. Oh, I better take it. See if I can get her to pass me on the right here. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Yeah, we'll get the hang of this stuff eventually. You know what's amazing about this, aside from the beautiful view and the cool car, it's December and it's 70 degrees. Woohoo! Love it. Why wouldn't you go out for a little ride in the desert day like today? There's more of that solar farm over there. Goes on and on and on. One of the things I love about this bike is I look down, says, we still have a ways to go before we get to our turnoff. And then I thought, oh shoot, I didn't even look at how much gas is in the tank, dummy. But This thing will do 300 miles on a tank, so I still have 164 miles left. I always put it on normal road mode on these highways. There's no point leaving it in sport mode when you're just cruising. But it sure is comforting to know you can get that many miles. Used to, typical street bikes where every time you're over 100, you start creeping up around 130, 150. You got to start worrying. But this one with its huge 8-gallon tank is really nice. Sometimes you're riding along and you just have the dumbest things pop into your head. I'm thinking Bill Murray driving a taxi in the beginning of Stripes, messing with his passenger. I don't know, he wishes he just hadn't drank all that cough syrup that morning. And eventually, well, actually it was Lady, not Mr., that's right. Says, lady, I don't think I want to take you or your luggage to the airport. He just hops out of the taxi and quits. Man, you gotta love that. And why those lines pop into your head 20 years, 30 years later, I don't know. She comes. Now, how did I get so lucky? On that Stripes train of thought. Might have to see if her and I might want to go inspect the general's closets a little later. You know what I mean? Oh, looks like it's time to do a little passing. Too far from Searchlight now, and Searchlight is one of those towns where, like a lot of towns that are remote, whatever the speed limit is posted, that's the speed you go, or slower. Be respectful of the locals and understand that they're more than happy to penalize the jackasses that want to go smoking through their little towns at 20 or 30 over the speed limit. There's Grandpa's Road. It's actually called Grandpa's Road. I don't know, one of these days. I don't know if it's Grandpa's Road or I think it's Christmas Tree Pass. That's the other one. Dirt Road. I'm gonna have to try that on this thing one of these days. especially Christmas Tree Pass. I think that's just basically a dirt road without a whole lot of technical stuff to be worried about. I'm not so sure about Grandpa's Road though. So, all right, divided highway ending, speed limit going down, and time for us to do the same. Time to start behaving ourselves. Just over this hill, we start coming down into the Searchlight area. And there we go, the first of the speed limit reduction notices heading down into Searchlight. 45 ahead. That's what we'll be doing once we hit that sign. Welcome to Searchlight. Yep, they know. It's a shame. There was a really cool old structure. We just passed the spot where it used to be a little ways back. Looked like an old mine or something. Oop, 35. Drop it down, drop it down. And it's just gone. There's a few little pieces of metal. It's like a little metal building or something. That always used to be cool, but in a quarter mile, turn left onto Cottonwood Cove Road. This little casino up here. It's not bad now, but I kind of like the way it was. It's the Roadhouse now. Whereas, you know, Peter Griffin would say Roadhouse or Roundhouse. But this is where we turn. It's got a Denny's in there, though. Denny's isn't bad, but I really like these little places with their local. This is a real popular place for, you know, again, for bikes and car clubs and stuff like that to meet up and enjoy themselves. But little. We always thought, oh, it'd be great to own a place like that. You have a little casino, you have a lounge in there, some live music on the weekends, cafe, nothing big, small area, but it'll probably never happen, but sure would, you know, one of those things. It's a small dream. But hey, we're living the dream to a certain extent right now anyway. Being able to take a beautiful ride like this on a Saturday in December. Well, the beauty's coming, I promise. It's up a little further, but this is just residential. But I actually had a buddy worked here in Searchlight, lived in Vegas, worked in Searchlight. So, I don't know, 60, 70 minute drive every day. He was in the Coast Guard, of all things. He's not there anymore, but what he explained to us was Coast Guard had a station out here that was a control center for a backup system that was a backup to GPS. So if the primary GPS systems globally failed, they had some kind of a backup. Well, GPS just never failed and became more and more popular, and they must have built more and more redundancy into it. So at some point, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, I'm pretty sure they shut the thing down and transferred everybody to other locations. He ended up going to San Diego after that, I think. So we just thought, wow, what a... You know, at first you think he's joking. So what do you do for a living? I'm in the Coast Guard. Oh, where are you stationed? Searchlight, Nevada. Come again? But he was serious. Heck, for all I know, that could be... I don't know where it was. There's a funky tower right there. For all I know, that could be it. Nope, that's just a tower. So, no idea where the actual location is and if it's even operational anymore, but pretty neat. Now we're getting into the pretty stuff. Heading towards the Colorado River, where Cottonwood Cove is located. Cottonwood Cove has announced they're doing some major renovations. It's a national park area. They already have a motel and a cafe, and its main focus is on the marina. They rent boats, houseboats, all kinds of stuff. And they're going to be doing some upgrades to the motel, and the cafe is going to be replaced with a full-blown pub. I guess it'll be the only place you can take your boat to in this area and have a cocktail, like an actual meal with the beer or whatever it is that you want. That'll be interesting. It'll make this trip a little bit more interesting too, to have a full-blown restaurant. Currently we weren't sure if the cafe would be open this time of year. Some of these are only open from, Labor Day to Memorial Day to Labor Day, whatever it is. I can never keep those straight. The warm months, the cafes are open. I'm not sure if this one's open year-round or not. Couldn't tell from the website. The one at Willow Beach is definitely closed in the off-season, and Colville Bay might be the same way. But basic cafe with, burgers and hot dogs and chicken tenders and grilled cheese, stuff like that. So not necessarily a full menu, but that's not really what you're coming here for. You're coming here for the marina. So there we go. Oh, get up on a little higher here. There's the river. Pretty blue water. Very nice. It's interesting too to think that one little power line coming down here is going to provide enough juice, enough power for everything down here. There's a lot down here. It's kind of amazing. Very pretty. Oh boy. It's starting to get pretty. Look at all that water. Like this is the ranger station up here, I think. Reduce speed ahead. Yep. Gotta kill the camera and get our national park passes out. Get through here. Lake Mead National Recreation Area. Off-road travel prohibited. That's okay. We weren't going to do it anyway. All right, killing the camera. Cottonwood Cove along the Colorado River down the road from Searchlight, Nevada. And we're just going to explore it a little bit. Just finished up a nice little his and hers cruise ride down here. So let's look around the waterfront a little bit. It's always a better day at Cottonwood Cove Marina, Resort and Marina. Huh. Well, things are about to get even better from what we hear with all the renovations they're going to be putting into this place. It's already pretty cool, but boy, and you just get the background, and you're just in the middle of nowhere here. It's great.
It's beautiful here.
There's some signs with some holiday hours and so on. Cafe, Saturday to Sunday, 8 to 3, Monday through Friday closed. All right, looks like it might actually be open this time of year up until 3. So it's closed now, but that's good to know. It's the Cove Cafe. I know we focus a lot on our stomachs, but, and then here's the shot of the marina. Now, from what I read on their website, you can not only rent these, of course, to take them out on the river, but I believe it said if the motel is full, you can also rent one of these. I think it was like $4.50 a night, but and you can't just do it for a single night. But you don't have to take it out on the river if you don't want to. You can rent this thing and just stay right there if that's your thing. So kind of an interesting thing. And of course, there's somebody right there at the boat launch putting their boat in, and nice place for that. Water's really calm here. Ducks all over the place. Really nice. Like I said, I believe this is closed, but there's a view of the cafe. It looks like they're cleaning up, closing up shop for the day. Please return all dock carts here. I'm not sure what that means. Oh yeah, the all-important restrooms right over here. Well, I can authoritatively say that the restrooms are open for business, so that's very nice. Oh yeah, it's like a place where you can come and clean your fish. Awesome.
Ooh, you can smell that.
Oh yeah, they've been used recently. Let's be thankful we don't have smell-o-vision. It's just audio and video. Oh, I don't know. There's just something about a marina. I hope the new cafe will be a hit. I hope it'll be a success. Their pub, I guess it's going to be. Oh yeah, there's a nice shot looking back at the facilities. Somebody having a nice time on his gold wing today, I believe. Good for him. Oh, and maybe over there is the motel area. From their website, that looks like the facilities for that. So overall, things look like they're well maintained. So this is the gift shop or the little store. This one's open a little longer. This one's open another hour after the cafe. So there's the current seasonal hours that started in October. Might have to go in and check this out. Now down on the, oh, you get to hear that. There he is. Get to hear the seagull course, now that I point him out, he's not talking anymore. These pretty little benches. Stopped in at the gift shop, got a couple of t-shirts. Oh yeah. Very nice. It's really peaceful. And then this looks like the main entrance for heading into the boat rentals, and it's like houseboats, pontoons. They have information on all their different stuff that they offer on their website. Very nice.
Beach for the motel, it looks like.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You can actually, some of these places you can go swimming, some of you cannot. You can here. I'm pretty sure well, yeah, I think you can. You just can't have fires or camping or pets or glass or fishing in this little area. That doesn't say anything about not going out and trying to catch yourself a duck for dinner, though. Yum, yum. All right. So here's another little notice here. They do have some barbecues out here and some tables. Motel grounds designated for use by registered motel guests only. Okay, so don't come out here and think you're just going to start tearing it up unless you're a guest of the motel. And they are pretty serious with regard to you're not allowed to drown. That's good. Good to know. Almost makes you want to come out here and get a room just because you might be the only ones here. What's wrong with that? Or bring a big group of friends. Well, that's going to conclude today's adventure video. We are not always recording everything. Doesn't always have to be documented. On the way home, we're just going to have some fun.
Yeah.
Not going to worry about talking and recording and any of that stuff. So hope this was enjoyable. We had a good time on the Tiger and the Corvette.
See you next time.
See you next time.